I've been saying for a while here that I think that there is a hidden anti-Kamala vote, and that is dudes with balls. I really mean that. The male vote for Kamala Harris, I think, is going to be way worse than she thinks it's going to be. And that is because this is the most emasculating campaign maybe ever. Truly, it's an emasculating campaign. I mean, every male that she trots out is worse than the last one. So, for example, Doug Emhoff, who's been trotted out as the new example of masculinity. Traditional male virtue, Doug Emhoff. He's on Jen Psaki on MSNBC. And I got to say, oh, man, wow, this is bad.
An interesting part of how people have talked about your role here is how your role has reshaped the perception of masculinity. And I'm not sure you planned on that, but you are an incredibly supportive spouse. Has that been an evolution for you? And do you think that's part of the role you might play as first gentleman?
It's funny. I've started to think a lot about this. I've always been like this. My dad was like this.
He's always been like this, you see. He's always been truly committed to his spouse, except that time he was the nanny. That time was awkward. And then he got divorced because he was the nanny and then maybe paid for abortion. Other than that, he's a true traditional masculine dad. You know, the kind of dad who raises a pro-Hamas daughter. That's the kind of dad he is. Really good guy. Really, really solid. A model of masculinity to all of us. Well, it's not him, it's Tim Walz. So Tim Walz, of course, will be featured in the vice presidential debate on Tuesday. Are you excited? Are you pumped? So he showed up to the Michigan-Minnesota football game, and there were some people who weren't particularly happy. Well, the Washington Post tried to spin this one as a win. They had a piece titled, Democrats with Coach Walz as VP pick embrace the political power of football. Wearing a navy blue Harris Walz jacket and a camo baseball cap, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz sat in a private suite in Michigan Stadium on Saturday, cheering on a football game with 110,000 other fans and giving the campaign a high visibility perch on a busy September weekend. Perhaps Walz's appearance at Saturday at a college game, conveniently located in a swing state, should not come as a surprise. But over the past decade, many in Walz's party have been critical of football amid mounting concerns about concussions, student-athlete pay, and the future of the game. This year, Walz has struck a different tone, telling crowds at rallies and fundraisers that although VP Kamala Harris took back freedom, the American flag, and family values from Republicans, he was the one to take back football. Wow, what wow, I'm sure. Well, it is a truth bomb that Kamala Harris has a big problem on her hands, something the media don't really want you to know about. But it's not just truth bombs that we drop here at Daily Wire. We also offer you, in conjunction with our friends at Birch Gold, the golden truth bomb. Yes, indeed. That promotion is ending very soon. So everybody knows Kamala Harris's administration going to be a problem economically speaking. You're looking at a proposed top income tax rate of nearly 40%, 7% hike in corporate taxes, and a capital gains tax on unrealized gains, which is psychotic, frankly. But there is more. They also want to add almost $2 trillion to our $2 trillion deficit, which means that they are just driving the economy off a cliff like Thelma and Louise. Now, I know you're thinking, how can I protect my hard-earned money? Well, the good news is our friends at Birch Gold can help you. Birch Gold can help you convert your existing IRA or 401k into a gold IRA. That's right, a tax-sheltered, inflation-resistant golden ticket to financial security. Here's the kicker. You're not going to pay a penny out of pocket for the conversion. I'm working with Birch Gold for years. They'll answer you all your questions, and then you can take control of your financial future. So text the word Ben to 989898. You'll get that free info kit on gold, no strings attached. And remember, this is important. This is the final month to get that limited edition 24-karat gold-plated truth bomb with qualifying purchases. A fun gift that you get when you sign up with Birch Gold. Time is running out fast. This is your last chance to not only protect your wealth, but also to own a piece of financial truth. Don't miss out on this golden opportunity. It is disappearing faster than common sense in D.C. Text Ben to 989898. Claim your eligibility before September 30th. In a time of high taxes and high inflation, protect your savings with gold from Birch Gold. Text Ben to 989898 for your free info kit today. Except for the fact that Donald Trump also went to a football game over the weekend where he was definitely not booed. This is the Alabama-Georgia football game. There he is with Katie Britt, senator from Alabama. Yeah, that seems like a fairly warm reception, like a warmer reception than Tim Walz got outside of the football game. And this attempt by Democrats to try and be a thing that they are not, it really rankles. like in a serious way. I don't know how many people are watching this and thinking to themselves, man, these are the most, they're ordinary Joes, just like me. He put on a camo baseball hat. That's masculinity for me. And then they look at him acting the bait at a Kamala Harris and like, I don't know, man, not into it. Okay, meanwhile, in other bizarre and annoying news, J.D. Vance was supposed to go to a restaurant to campaign, and apparently he was denied entry by a Pennsylvania restaurant. So the incident took place at Primanti Bros in North Versailles, Pennsylvania, where the Republican VP nominee was turned away after a staff member informed the press no campaign events were allowed inside. So instead, he kind of got stuck outside. Here's what it looked like.
We paid for everybody's food. We gave him a nice tip. And of course, when I gave him a nice tip, I said, no taxes on tip. So, it's all right. Don't hold it against her. She just got a little nervous, but it's a great local business. Let's keep on supporting it. And most importantly, November 5th or before, go vote. Let's go win this thing.
So, by the way, good for Vance, who said, like, don't hold it against the business. Apparently, there's some sort of miscommunication. So I don't know whether it was his advance team that screwed up or whether it was actually just the restaurant being uncomfortable with being used in this way. Hard to tell whether they would have done the same if it had been Kamala Harris, for example. But, if it was the latter, that obviously is a very negative thing. Are you tired of the lies and the twist of the mainstream media talking points? Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Fact, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.